If you've seen 1, 2, 3 of my videos, you know I'm all about getting a deal for an amazing bag that I have been waiting for. And I have a lot of strategies to do that. And so I've shared some of those strategies with you. And if you want to see that video, I will link it up above so that you can get some of those tips and tricks for yourselves and start applying them. However, I was very interested in a service that I keep having blow up all over my social media with these ads for Phia or Phia. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's P-H-I-A, okay? I think it's Phia, it's something. Anyway, I will show you the specific ad that I keep seeing. I'm seeing a whole bunch of them. But basically, what it looks like to me is that it's a source of finding very quickly the bag that you want for cheaper, okay? And so how these ads typically work when they show up in my space or on my socials is it shows a girl who's young, hip, you know, in her 20s, whatever, and she is like,
oh, I've been wanting to get this bag. And then it says, oh, but have you heard of this app or this service where you can just, you know, take a picture of the bag and you can get that. It shows you how you can get it for like way cheaper.
And then it basically shows, it's kind of like, have you guys seen Honey? Have you seen Honey? Do any of you know? But Honey is basically where you are searching for something. You can add it as a add-on extension to your web browser. And what it will do is when you are going to buy something, it'll give you context to the prices compared to like what it has been and if the price is good or not. But then also it will give you codes to save on the item. So it kind of reminds me of that because that's what it kind of looks like where like on your web browser, it's an extension is what it looks like from the ads. It basically shows you all of the items that look exactly like that bag and the pricing. And what I could tell, again, from the ads, because I've not looked into this yet, but we're going to look into it together in about 5 seconds and figure out what this is. And is it like revolutionary? Should we be using it? Especially for us who we're all about getting a deal. Should we be using this? Or is this something that is just like taking a picture of the bag and then doing a like Google image search? I don't know. We're about to find out together. All this to say, it does look like a web extension or something like that, and then it pulls in all of the places in which a bag like that is listed from like secondhand resellers. And I saw like a lot of like eBay listings and things of that nature. I wanted to look into that today and give kind of like a review, my first thoughts. What is it actually? Because the ads of things are completely different than what, you know, it actually can be. I feel like sometimes, you know, the advertising is sometimes misleading for certain things. And if you watched my last video, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you haven't, I will link that video up so that you do know what I'm talking about and you're in the know with us, okay? Let me just actually search this. For when I just searched this, it says find the lowest price every time. Tap on Phia on any item page and we'll find you cheaper alternatives. And then it also applies the best coupon codes. So kind of like a Honey maybe, but where I'm seeing it advertised is specifically for luxury handbags. So I'm going to click on this. We are going, so this is, it's saying that it's an app actually. So let me show you, I'm going to do a screen record so that we can watch together. So it's saying never overpay again. Phia finds the best price across, oh my, okay, it's just doing things now. All right, so this is an app, I guess. I didn't realize that it was an app. Like I said, the way in which it is advertised or how I've seen it make advertised is that you're like on a web page like Google or something like that. And then it, like Phia pops up and it shows you all the things. So I'll go ahead and get the app. So it's saying to allow push notifications. So I'm going to allow that. So what it's saying is copy and paste into Safari. Okay, hold on. I'm confused. I'm really confused on what's going on here. Okay, so it says you currently can't activate Phia in your default browser. To continue, copy link, open Safari, and paste it into the address bar. But I thought it was an app. I don't know what it is now. Is it an app? Is it in your browser? What is it? I don't know. I'm confused. I think we both are. Are you confused? Is it just me? I don't know. Anyway, okay. One, I don't use Safari. I use Google. So I'm really confused exactly what this is. I thought it was an app because it made me download an app, but then it's telling me to put it in Safari in order to enable it, which makes me think that it is enabled for browser, but then I don't use Safari and it's not giving the option to do like any other browser other than Safari. So I'm going to copy the link. I'm going to, I guess, pull up Safari. I don't even know if I have Safari, to be honest. I'm going to have to search and see if I have Safari or not. So let me see if I can put this in Safari. I think that I have done what it wants me to do. So it's saying manage extensions. Okay, so basically what it's saying is it's allowing you like access to basically all of your accounts is what it seems like I don't know how I feel about it. Oh my, I'm concerned. I'm quite concerned. So this extension will be able to read and alter web pages and see your browsing history on basically all of your websites. Ooh. I'm gonna allow it. I'm only gonna allow it for one day just for your guys' information so that you know, but that makes me a little nervous. Like, that's a lot of information that it's gathering then. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh, it wouldn't allow me to do allow for one day. Okay, so now it's telling me like I selected the wrong thing and that it's saying always allow on every website. So basically you are allowing it access to literally all of your information. That makes me nervous because literally it is getting literally all of your information. So then do they sell this information to people? Because I mean, it basically has like all of your spending habits or anything that you do. I'm going to fix it later. I will fix it later, but I'm going to always allow. Okay, so this is saying, this is a tutorial. So tap the blue button above the start. Okay, should I buy this? So then it's saying that lower prices found, and then it's pulling where that is and the percentage. Okay, so then if you click on that, then it says you saved this much, now try it for real. Okay, so I don't even know how I should go about this. Well, let's do a like Louis Vuitton bag. So should I go to Louis Vuitton? Like I'm not sure how to like best, honestly, I'm very confused on how to use this app. This is not easy to use. Okay, got it. But how do I got it. I understand all of this, people. But how do you actually try it for real? You took me to a random website. I guess I will. Okay, I'm going to go to Louis Vuitton. That's how we're going to do it. And we will see. So I'm going to search for side trunk, sure, because I have already searched for that. So I'm going to pick this side trunk here. How do you then get the Phia thing to pull up? Because it's not giving that as an option. I'm confused. Maybe it's not meant for mobile. I'm not sure. Like, this is not user-friendly whatsoever. I've just given them access to literally everything to know about me, which is make me feel real good right now. Real good. And I can't figure out how to use it. So it looks like the extension's on there, but then it's not. Oh, because it took me to the Louis Vuitton app. I see. It's working now. Apparently you have to click on something and then it pulls up. So Louis Vuitton, the reason why it wasn't working was because it took me to the Louis Vuitton app. When I clicked on this item for fashion file, and then that's when it pulled up. So this is not easy to use, at least from my standpoint. I have not found this easy to use, and also I feel like I'm very tech savvy. So I feel like I'm very tech savvy, and I don't feel like this is easy to use at all. Also, why is it only in Safari and not in Google? I don't understand. Anyway, so now it's popping up with this, should I buy this? And when you click on it, it says this price is typical. It has coupons, and then it shows the same item on eBay, and it says like used, eBay, used, and it shows you like the place it is and then the amount of how much less it is, and it's not even showing all of the correct things. So that's very interesting. So like for instance, the first, I don't know, like 10 options are the correct thing that I'm looking at, but then it just goes to random things that are not that thing. And then it also shows the thing again. Honestly, my first impressions of this app or this service or whatever this thing is, because I honestly don't know. There's an app that I downloaded, but yeah, I'm not using the app. And let me go back and actually see if you can use the app and not have to use it within the browser. I don't know. I'm very confused. But when you go into the browser and you click on something from whatever website, but you have to click into an actual website, like if you just search the item, it doesn't show up with the ability to have that little thing that says what it is. So when you then do that, then it will give you all the options, but then the options that it's pulling from, it looks like eBay is where it's pulling from, Rebag, Poshmark. So basically what I think that this is exactly what. And maybe this is why it's not available on Google. I don't know. Or maybe it is available on Google and it just didn't give you the option for that. But I would think that if it gave you the option, why, like, I don't know. But I'm wondering if the reason why it's not available is because Google already has this. And you don't have to download an app. And you don't have to give Google access to, I mean, I guess Google already has access to anything that you stream. But you're not giving this third-party person who's probably going to sell all of your data. Allegedly, I don't know if they sell your data or not, but it's sus that they need access to all these things. Just saying, like, why do they need access if they're just literally comparing what you're searching for to what also is available on other websites? Why does it need to have access to literally all of your search history and what that looks like? That to me makes no sense. So that I think is a red flag. It's my understanding. Allegedly, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with this information. I have no idea. But I do know that I don't like sharing that information, although it's probably out there anyway, but like, let's try to limit it, right? And so I will be revoking the access to knowing all that stuff about me, is all I gotta say. Anyway, this is literally exactly like doing a Google image search, and let me show you exactly what I mean. First, let me go to the Phia app and see if, now that I've done that thing, if you are able to just use the app. Okay, so, start using Phia, view. Okay, I don't want to sign in. Okay, so I'm going to just search for Louis Vuitton. So I guess you can use the app or do it in the browser. It made it seem like you couldn't use the app until you did the browser, but I don't know. So, all right, this is pulling straight from Louis Vuitton, and now, so I clicked a random one, visual matches, and then it shows, okay, this is like the typical price. So I do like that piece of things. I do think that that's helpful if it's searching everything and then it tells you like, this is the typical price, and then here are, like, here's the whole range. I think that that's helpful. Apparently you can have it give you notifications so that, I guess with the notification, oh, it won't let you do that unless you make an account, which I don't want to do. You have the ability to give you notifications. So maybe if it pops up for cheaper on a different website, then it would alert you. So I think that that would be a benefit that you would not see with other services. Then it shows you all of the different options, but this is the thing. Not all of these options, not all of these options are exactly this specific thing. So then is the, $3,709 that it's saying is the lowest, that's probably not actually what this item is that I'm looking for that I selected. So then that's not accurate information either. I don't know. I think that this may be a quick, easy way for you to get more information. I don't like the browser thing. I think that the app would probably be okay. I'm going to revoke the access in the browser and see if it still allows me to use the app. I don't like how it did that at all. But from an app standpoint, I think that if you can bypass that and not have to do that to begin with, and you can just use the app, then the app is fine because the app is not really getting any of your data. You can search things. You don't have to create an account in order to use it. And I'm okay with that. Like, I think that it just is another way for you to get more information. And I would be interested to see like what the alert situation would be, because I think that that would be cool. Like if you were, looking for a specific item and you were wanting to get it secondhand and you're like, I'm waiting until it comes up for the best price. And then, something pops up on RealReal or something pops up on Fashion File and it's an amazing price, and you're able to snag it before anyone else does. Like, I feel like that would be a useful thing for this service. Like, that would be a good service and would be useful without really much downside. From that standpoint, I do think that it's more unique, and I think that it would be something maybe to potentially think about using. I do think that you can easily just use Google image search to do something very similar to this, but it's not going to give you the notification piece of things. So my main thing would be the browser situation. So let me go out of the app, go back into the Safari browser, manage the extension, and prevent it from doing anything. So I remove the extension. And so then by removing the extension, I think that then it doesn't have the ability to do anything. Okay, so now that I've done that, if I go back in here in this app, does it change anything? It doesn't seem to change anything with regard to access. So that would be the main thing is when you download the app, I think that the app would be useful. You can definitely download the app. Don't do what it's asking you to do with regard to adding it as an extension to your browser unless that's something that you want. I do not want that. I don't want it having access to all of my search history and like all of my information from all of the different websites that I use. I don't feel comfortable with that, and I don't think it needs that information in order to do what it's trying to do, and it's not asking for that information with regard to the app. So I would do the app and then I would just bypass what it's asking with regard to that. And I think that you can use the app without doing that. It's going to like take you to the other place, but there should be a way to like skip that function. And if you can't, then I want to use the app is what I would say. But let me show you what I mean by a Google image search, because it literally does the same thing. So you can literally just take a screenshot of a bag that you're looking for. So let me go to Google here. I wonder if I can like completely remove the extension, because now I just feel like I don't know, that just seems like a little slimy to me. Am I overreacting? I don't know, but that made me nervous. Manage extensions. Is there a way to uninstall this extension? I don't even know. I don't know. I'm going to figure this out, guys. I'm going to figure out how to remove an extension. I may have to ask ChatGPT. How do I remove an extension from Safari? Because I don't want that on there at all. I really don't. I don't feel comfy about that. Anyway, let me not get distracted anymore and show you what I was going to show you. And Google Lens, how to get to this so that you're aware. In your Google browser, there's a, where you ask what you're going to ask of Google. and there is then a like little microphone where you can record, and then there's a little picture looking dude. And if you click on the picture, then this opens Google Lens, and if you have the ability to take a picture, or you have the ability to pull up a picture. So if you pull up a picture, what it does is it looks at it, and then it provides you a summary of what it is, and then it says visual matches, which is exactly what Phia said, or Phia, however you say it. That's exactly what it says, is visual matches. And then it pulls up all the ones that are available, and then you can see what the options are. Now, the difference with regard to this versus the other one is it specifically told you what the price was, versus this is not showing you what the price is. You do have to do a little bit more work from a Google Lens standpoint. So then I do think that there are some benefits to this Phia service, or Phia, however you say it. Probably don't need to say that every single time. Just acknowledge that I'm probably saying it wrong, and I'm just going to choose one now, and that is going to be Phia. I'm going with Phia, okay? It's Phia. Phia is a little bit easier to use because, is it Phia? Oh my gosh, that's really gonna annoy me. Anyway, it's easier to use from a standpoint of it does give you the pricing visually there so that you don't have to click on each of the different things within Google Lens to figure out what the cost of it is. That is a benefit of that service. In summary, what have we learned from this service? One, we have learned, I don't know how to say it, and you can correct me in the comments down below. Please do. Provide me the pronunciation of this service, and then I will continue to probably still say it wrong. So one, we've established, I don't know how to say it. The second thing that we've established is use the app. Do not put it as a browser on your browser. Don't put it as an extension, sorry. Do not put it as an extension on your browser. Why? Because it wants all of this information, and I don't know what it's doing with that information. I don't feel comfy with providing that information, and it will not allow you to just give it to it once for you to do a search. It makes you do it all of the time. So I don't feel comfy with that. The app does not require you to do that. So just don't do that part. And then I think that it is a way for you to have an idea of what is the cost range, what's currently available with regard to that, using some AI, and it did link coupons and stuff like that too. So I do think that this may be in like easy way to do some of the market research that we had talked about previously. It's just not foolproof. It's pulling in things that are not actually the item. And so I would not fully trust the range that it's giving with regard to the cost of the item, because that range could be due to an item that's actually not what you're searching. Hopefully this was helpful and gives you some insight to a new service that I'm seeing advertised to me all of the time about like the best, easiest way to instantly get luxury handbags for half of the cost, right? So now you know more about it. Now we both know more about it. I think that I will actually use the app, and I will then maybe give you guys an update if you want an update of like what my thoughts are after I'm using the app more. I got to figure out how to get that extension off of my Safari because I don't want it on there. I don't want it having access to things anymore. And I think that I revoked the access by just turning off the extension. But I'm not sure. So I'm just going to completely delete the extension so I don't have to worry about it. This is what happens when we're finding it out together, guys. You could tell how confused I was. So now hopefully you don't make the mistakes that I made, okay? I'm preventing you from making mistakes. And again, I don't know what they're doing with that information. Maybe they're not doing anything and they just need that information. I don't know why they need that information from your browser, but then they don't need the information for the app. I don't know. I'm not sure. You know, I don't know. Allegedly to all things, okay? I don't want them to, you know, last thing I need is a lawsuit or something. So allegedly to all things, have no idea what they're doing with the information. Hopefully they're not doing anything with the information, and that's great. That's my final thoughts. Hopefully this was helpful. I'm Rachel. It's a pleasure seeing you as always. If you have gotten an item between the last video and this video, then you need to let us know in the comments down below. And like I said in the previous video, and if you haven't watched that, I'll link it up so that you can watch it. But if you are a returning person to me, it's nice to see your beautiful face again. And I want to know if you want me to highlight in the community tab an amazing piece that you found. I think that it would be fun for us to celebrate together that thing that you found. And I just kind of want to like, you know, encourage and support and, you know, us all do that. You get to see what I unbox, you get to see the fun things that I find and the price and the story behind them. And I want to know that from you guys. So if you would like to share that on with our community, then please, please, please let me know and I will highlight you on the community page. I will see you in the next one, and hopefully the next one will not be as crazy and all over the place as this one was. though it likely will be. Also, maybe, let me know in the comments down below. Would you like bloopers? Because you guys would not believe the amount of stuff that I edit out because I am all over the place. And so I look so polished, at least I'm thinking that I do, I probably don't, but I look like 100% more polished in the videos than what I actually am because I'm just editing out all that stuff. But if you want a blooper section, you let me know. I'm happy to put it at the end or do maybe a separate video of bloopers, although you probably wouldn't want to see that. But I'm happy to do it at the end of like just the nonsense that is going on, and so that you can laugh with me or laugh at me, honestly, because I'm laughing at myself too. Bye guys.